You make a choice and call it yours. But something deeper whispers through it, a pattern older than your lifetime. Jung called this the collective unconscious. It's not your personal memory, it's humanity's inherited blueprint. Think of your mind as an island. The shore you see is your conscious awareness, but beneath the waterline lies an ocean. This ocean connects every island. Every human shares it. You've been swimming in it your whole life. You dream of falling, of being chased, of flying. Your ancestors dreamed these too. Same symbols, different centuries. Jung noticed these patterns repeat across all cultures. They're not learned, they're inherited. He called them archetypes, universal patterns of human experience. The hero, the mother, the shadow, the wise old man. They live in myths, in movies, in the stories you tell yourself. They shape how you see the world. When you fall in love, an archetype awakens. The beloved becomes more than a person. They carry the image of the divine other, the anima, the animus. You're not just loving them, you're meeting an ancient pattern. This is why breakups feel like death. You're not just losing a partner, you're losing the projection of something eternal. The archetype withdraws, and you're left with the ordinary person you couldn't see before. Jung said we don't have ideas. Ideas have us. When an archetype grips you, it uses you. The hero archetype makes you chase impossible quests. The martyr makes you suffer unnecessarily. You think you're choosing, you're being chosen. Your culture handed you certain patterns, the stories you heard as a child, the heroes you admired. These activated specific archetypes in your psyche. They became the lens through which you see yourself. But here's what's strange. Symbols appear in your dreams that you never consciously learned. Mandalas, labyrinths, the serpent eating its tail. Jung found these same symbols in ancient cultures worldwide. How did they get into your dreams? The collective unconscious. It's not mystical, it's structural. Just as you inherit your body's form, you inherit your psyche's form. The human brain evolved with certain patterns built in. They organize your psychological experience. This is why Star Wars feels true, why Harry Potter resonates. They're not new stories, they're ancient patterns dressed in modern clothes. The hero's journey, the mentor, the shadow enemy. Your psyche recognizes itself in them. You have a shadow. It's the archetype of everything you reject about yourself, the parts you call not me. But Jung warned, what you don't acknowledge owns you. Your shadow runs your life from the basement. You judge others harshly for traits you possess but won't admit. That's projection. Your shadow using other people as mirrors. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you'll call it fate. The mother archetype lives in you. It's not about your actual mother. It's the pattern of nurturing, of devouring, of birth and return. When it's unconscious, you seek it everywhere. In partners, in groups, in addictions. Every archetype has two faces. The mother nurtures and devours. The father protects and tyrannizes. The hero saves and destroys. When you're unconscious, you swing between these extremes, never finding balance. Jung believed your life's purpose is individuation, becoming conscious of these patterns, not to destroy them, but to integrate them, to recognize when an archetype has you, and choose how to respond. You're not just an individual. You're also a node in a vast network of human experience. Your personal struggles replay ancient dramas. Your private pain connects to universal suffering. This isn't depressing, it's liberating. When you understand archetypes, your problems become less personal. You're not uniquely broken. You're experiencing a human pattern, the same pattern others have navigated for millennia. There's wisdom available, if you look for it. Your ego wants to believe it's in control, that you're a rational, independent agent. Jung laughed at this. The ego is a thin crust floating on an ocean. Necessary, but not the whole story. When you're possessed by an archetype, you lose yourself. The angry man becomes pure father. The seductress becomes pure anima. The victim becomes pure child. You're no longer a person, you're a pattern playing out. Consciousness is the antidote. When you notice the pattern, you create space. You can feel the hero archetype rising without becoming it. You can honor the lover without losing yourself. This is psychological maturity. Jung said the psyche is self-regulating. When you go too far one way, dreams push you back. Compensatory images arise. Your unconscious is trying to balance you. But only if you listen. Most people don't. Synchronicity, Jung's strangest idea. When an archetype activates strongly, the outer world mirrors it. Meaningful coincidences appear, not because magic, but because your activated psyche notices patterns it usually ignores. You become attuned. Your relationships replay archetypal dynamics. Parent and child, master and student, lover and beloved. When you're unconscious, you're trapped in these roles. Awareness lets you step out, to meet the actual person before you. Jung worked with mandalas, circular designs that appear in all cultures. They represent the self, the archetype of wholeness. When your psyche is fragmenting, it spontaneously produces mandala images, trying to remember its center. You contain all the archetypes, masculine and feminine, light and shadow, creator and destroyer. Individuation means integrating them all, not choosing one, not suppressing others, becoming large enough to hold the contradictions. The collective unconscious is why you sometimes know things you've never learned, why certain places feel sacred, why symbols speak louder than words. You're tapping into humanity's shared psychological inheritance. It's always been there. Jung's warning, consciousness is rare and costly. Most people live their entire lives as unconscious vessels for archetypal patterns, repeating family scripts, cultural programs, ancient dramas, never waking up, never choosing. But when you do wake up, when you see the patterns, something miraculous happens. You're still human, still limited, but you're also connected to something vast. You become an individual, and simultaneously more than individual. The patterns will always be there. They ruled your ancestors. They'll rule your descendants. But you, right now, can see them, can work with them consciously, can become the person Jung believed was possible, aware, integrated, whole.